The High North, now at the very top of the defence agenda. Greenland's status as a hotspot for security has floated the prospect of international troops deploying en masse to this freezing island on top of the world. But few understand what it takes to survive here, let alone fight. To get a sense of this challenge, I spoke to a former Royal Marines mountain leader, one of the UK's specialists in cold weather and mountainous warfare.
If you stand up in that environment and you don't have protective gear on, you'll die. When it gets to minus 25, minus 30, you get to the stage where you have to you're wearing goggles, and even the liquid on your eyeballs will start freezing and that. So it's, we're talking like different levels. The southern part of Greenland, I would say, would be more like Norway or high north Norwegian conditions. However, it goes further north, more like Canada. It gets more extremes, I'd say. It's covered by a lot of glaciers as well. So you're moving across glaciated environments, crevasses, there's all different things. Again, more akin to what people expect in mountainous environments, but you're going to have it in that, glaciated Arctic area.
Arctic warfare forces troops to fight two battles, one against the enemy and another against the environment. To deploy to a place like Greenland, it's essential you understand the threat from the environment before learning to deal with any others.
The actual weather conditions will kill you. What will happen? The body will degrade. Your core body temperature will drop. You will then become hypothermic. Your extremities will start closing down. You'll start getting cold weather injuries, frost nip, which will escalate to frostbite, and then your body will start freezing if you don't rewarm. If you do rewarm from frost nip, it will be extremely painful, but you have to get it at that stage or you will cause permanent damage and death after that. I say minimal is a 2-week survival course, basic survival and basic mobility. Live in a snow shelter or under canvas, eat the rations, understand how to prepare them. You have to take between 1,000 and 2,000 per day calories more than you would do in a normal temperate environment. What can I eat if I don't have rations? It's very, very limited compared to any other sort of like climate. You get separated from your supply chain or logistics. It becomes very, very hard. So you do have to carry a certain level of survival kit. Because the human body is such a wonderful beast, it's not like put some warm clothes on. So at times you're going to have like less clothing, but then when you stop, you're going to lose heat so quickly, you're going to have warm clothing, layer systems, and big sort of bulky clothing. So you've got to carry far more kit.
Fighting in this climate adds new variables to combat situations, so even the most seasoned troops need to adapt their protocols to make it through.
The cold temperature and warm bodies. You as an individual got to think about how you're going to veil yourself to thermal imagery or whatever platforms we have to find us. If it's minus 20 and you get like a leg amputation or a gunshot wound, your body reacts differently than a temperate climate. Blood that's coming out will freeze on the skin because the ambient air temperature is minus 20. Your body temperature isn't, but you're losing so much heat through those wounds. How you maintain your weapon, the mist, the moisture coming out of the mouth, freezing on your sights. As soon as you fire a weapon, that generates so much heat. As soon as that firefight stops, that weapon, because of the moisture that's got in there, that will freeze up solid. So really, it's froze. You've got to get back, dry out, get your weapon, prepare it, and get it ready for, to be able to fire again. So a lot of times going to be cloud covered. So what level is your iStar or your UAVs or drones going to be able to sort of penetrate that and look what's on the ground? Even our new tech moving forward with lithium batteries and what we can do with them. Power doesn't like the cold. And then on the ground itself, the attrition and the ability to support armor. How are you going to clear tracks to get the wheeled vehicles to support the armor? Is the armor suitable to cover frozen lakes? Are those lakes or are they reservoirs? So if you go through the ice, you've got a long dark drop and you're into some water somewhere. You've got to be able to be mobile on a set of skis, a set of snowshoes. Are you going to be staying on cleared tracks? How often are they going to be cleared in a wartime environment? Have you got a skidoo or an oversnow vehicle of any type? Whatever you have has to be maintained. Within minutes or even a day, that'll change. So it'll be pouring with rain, and all of a sudden that white fluffy snow turns into a skating ring. How does that affect your vehicles, your skiing, your ability, your group's ability? You're also wet. All of a sudden, it's back to minus 20. You're so wet through, everything's froze solid. That could be a showstopper. There's so many different dynamics to an infantry soldier's role in that environment.
Militarily, this part of the world is the ultimate leveller. Size, strength and investment in a nation's forces, all eclipsed by vast terrain that demands unique units with specialist skills. Tom Sable's BFBS Forces News. Thanks for watching. For more from BFBS Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.